Hey, this is Mongol Santino. I'm here with
Big Nate.
Jimmy.
Silverado.
All right, Nate. Hey, how long have you been training with this, Nate?
I've been here about a year and a month.
1 week.
1 week.
Yes, sir.
And how do you feel after your first couple days?
Feel great. Ready to jam, man. Pretty good.
Silverado.
I've been here 3 years.
3 years. And how do you feel?
I feel great. At the beginning it was a little rough, but I managed to survive and I'm here today.
Nate, what was one of the most hardest things to adapt to? You know, because it's pretty physical. You know, you're doing a lot of stuff that you normally don't do every day.
I think the hardest thing to adapt to was probably the warm-ups. I like to think of myself as an athletic person. I'm pretty agile, but just the constant go was really beat you down at first.
All right. Since you haven't really been through what these guys been through, you know, you're doing a lot of rolls, a lot of quarter rolls. I guess you kind of first thing you're kind of taught is when you're gonna fall, you kind of reach for the ground. You know, when you get punched, obviously you got to block yourself, but there's different stuff that you got to do in pro wrestling, you know, to make it a good fight. So sometimes you got to loosen up, and it's just a little awkward, I guess you could really say. How about you, Silverado? Was there anything that was kind of difficult for you to adapt to?
Not really, because my background has always been amateur wrestling. I've been one form or another of wrestling for over 30 years. I think the biggest thing for me was tempo.
Tempo.
Slowing it down, making sure to sell the move, make sure to relay the message to the people out there.
That is pretty hard.
Nate, past or present, who would you like to wrestle?
Oh man, there's too many to name. I'd say off the top of my head, probably Ric Flair or Dr. Death Steve Williams.
Dr. Death Steve Williams. Who would you like to wrestle?
You know, I've always been a Shawn Michaels, Bret the Hitman Hart fan. I think they would be great to wrestle. But, said Ric Flair, and he put on one hell of a show, so I think he'd be a top contender of those guys.
Silverado.
I would have to say number one would be Connect, the Mayan Prince, the Mexican Mayan Prince. Then probably Mil Máscaras or Blue Demon, some of those guys. Or even though Dr. Wagner, that'd be my number one right there. So
All right.
hopefully one day.
Of all those guys, do you think you could win?
You bet your sweet bottom I will win.
Do you think you could win?
I can get there.
You could get there.
Yeah.
You don't think you could win there? I mean, you got to go for the gold, baby.
If I got there, I could do it.
If you got there, you could do it.
Yes, sir.
Nate,
Of course I could win.
of course you could win.
If you don't believe in yourself, who's there to believe in you?
All right, hey, there we go. Nate, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I mean, hopefully having established myself in the indie circuit, possibly Japan or even higher.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I definitely would like to travel the world wrestling. I'd like to wrestle with this guy. You never know.
You never know. Silverado.
I don't know, maybe doing the Southern California circuit, go to Mexico, and one day be the trainer here at Santino Brothers.
Silverado, if you're going to give your fellow wrestler right here any advice right now, being a new student, saying this is his third day, what would you tell him?
I would say don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. As much as it's going to hurt, as much as it's going to put you down, all the pain, all the agony, do not give up. Because if you give up, you don't belong here.
Nate, what would you tell him?
I'd have to say the same thing. I mean, it never gets easy. Your body starts to adapt to certain things, but I mean, I still throw up probably on a regular basis. It's hard as hell, but it's rewarding at the same time. Just don't give up.
Don't give up.
definitely not afraid of some hard work and not afraid of pain or violence. So I'm here to put in the work.
All right, I guess my advice to you would be, these guys gave you some pretty good pointers. I would say hit the gym.
At the gym.
Hit the gym, because we can show you all the wrestling moves, all the charisma, all the camera work stuff, but once you step out of here, you know, you're kind of on your own, and you got to eat good, you got to stay in the gym, you know, you got to get strong, you got to look good, you know, because you have someone else in your hands, you know, and you want to protect them with everything you got. So if it's that last bench press getting up there and it's like catching a guy from him just gonna slap the floor or whatever, you're strong enough to you know, be professional enough to do some of these moves when it gets a little bit more advanced and stuff like that. But you know, just be respectful, be cool, you know, listen, you know, your first couple years, and just train hard and give it what you got, and wrestle with your heart. And that's what I would say. This is Santino Brothers with Silverado, Jimmy and Nate, and this is Mongol Santino. Don't forget to check out SantinoBrothers.net.